Welcome to part 2 of our mage deck. If you somehow stumbled across this without seeing part 1, there is a link to part 1 down in the description. Other than the first game, which I maintain was an anomaly, we've been going pretty well. And a lot of that has been on the back of cards. Yeah, I know, it's a novel concept in card games to play cards. I often like to play with die, or what are the pieces in backgammon called? Bio Befall Badger. Backgammon. Backgammon. A game played on a board with draughts. Drafts. D-R-A-U-G-H-T-S. Make of that what you will. Alright. It's time to verse Idolize. I have a feeling I versed this person already in this arena. I'm not gonna play like that was the deck, but that might be the deck. Of course, I didn't even see all of the decks, so playing like it is the deck is probably a dumb idea anyhow.
Time for a little blood.
Unless he can buff that up next turn, and with 2 mana, hint, as a hunter, he can't. I'm gonna be pretty happy about this, especially if the motherfucker attacks for face, because then, oh my god, Shattered Sun Cleric buffs up my dude hits his dude, happiness. Have you just got good feelings about today? I've got good feelings about today. Usually a 2/3 is stronger to buff than a Shattered Sun Cleric, because than a 3/2. Reason being, ooh. Hang on. I actually have a really important decision to make now. Do I want to trade and put out a... Actually, I'll put out the Gnomish Inventor because I have a Shattered Sun Cleric in hand, so I can buff it. That's actually pretty good. So is it more important to have a 4/1 that can't be targeted, or a 3/2?
Push forward.
I'm gonna say 4/1. It has more range in terms of damage, and since it can't be targeted, if I keep it in the center, his explosive shots will be pretty low quality. Oh my god. It is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. So I can either, sorry. Actually, I'll do it this way. Just lets me develop something on the board, and keeps that Shattered Sun Cleric, that Wolf Rider, that Arcane Missiles, keeps all of my surprise damage in their place. And their place is in my hand. Sounds a little bit sexual, not intended as such. I could consider polymorphing that. I guess I really want my silence? That's not a silence. It's probably going to be one of the bigger things in his deck, actually. So. And I am aware I gave him a random beast card. That's completely fine. I didn't have the ability to stop him from getting a random beast card, but I did have the ability to stop him from busting my Divine Shield with only 1 damage and 1 health. I want him to have to bust a Divine Shield with a fucking 8/3, right? I want that kind of value. That's what I'm going for. You're not shooting for that kind of value? You ain't my boy. Alright, what do we got? So I can kill this, and then after killing that, I can Blizzard, or I can fucking Blood Knight. Let's go down both paths of thought. I need the Arcane Missiles to hit this at least twice. And then Blood Knight is an amazing play.
Glory to the Sindora. Join or die.
Hey, give me a minute.
Ready to ride. Taste my steel.
there's no reason to actually hold the Wolf Rider back in my hand at that point. Because the Hyena is going to kill a 2-1 or a 3-1. It's going to kill something. Shit! I was thinking, how can he affect his Hyena that would kill my 6-6? That's how. Oh well. If he plays a minion, I'll trade for it. Oh, yes! That fucking snipe is useless, buddy. If snipe does not kill the target, it is just outright bad. And if it does kill the target, your opponent gets to pick what target you hit. If they play correctly, they get to pick what target you hit. So, yeah. It's not particularly good in that shot. He top-decked that! I kind of feel like Kripparrian at this point. What a joker. Hang on. Let's do Kripparrian. Pure skill. Yeah. I got outplayed. He top-decked it. I got outplayed. Bullshit. Alright, so I'm not an imitator. There's a very clear reason for why not. Okay, so deck, at this point, I would like some minions to put on the board. Because at this point, he can just take me down. And I'm not particularly... Oh?
You gotta be kidding me!
Thank you, based deck. I can kill him next turn. I have lethal. Unless he heals himself, plays a taunt, or kills my Ventrico. Fuck. Goodbye, Ventrico. Unleash the Hound! Which means that is kill command. Yeah. The Hound has been unleashed! Now, he's not really gonna have more minions on the board at any point. So it's time to use that. And also I have lethal next turn. Again. Double Fireball is equal to 12, and then Fire Blast makes that 13.
My eyes.
You fucker!
To my side.
Stop putting things on the board! It's not fair. That's not how video games are played. This fucker won't quit. I swear. He's gonna top deck a gigantic taunt and I'm gonna be very sad. Because I'll have to use my win condition on killing his taunt. What is this card if he's not using it? It has to be something to deal with a card on my side of the field, right?
To Northrend!
So let's brainstorm what it could be. I'm thinking Deadly Shot or Hunter's Mark. Possibly Multi-Shot as well. At this point in the game, Multi-Shot is rarely useful. Oh, no, he can target it, so it is... Kill command.
Well played.
Woo! Now, I've been scummed out by the double fireball at the end of the game as well. So that's why I take so much pleasure in ruining someone else's day with it. Oh my god, because I know how bad they feel. I've been on that end of it. So I know how proud I should feel on this end. Having destroyed their afternoon. That guy or girl probably just sat down at their computer, they got home from a really hard day at work, the boss has been writing their ass about something they had to hand in 2 weeks ago, and they just missed the fucking memo, they had no clue. Bosses walked up, it's 1 week overdue. Oh shit! They're probably freaking out about that, and they go home and they've had a really stressful day, and their special other, significant other comes behind and gives them a massage, and they're starting to feel a little better, and they say, why don't you go and relax with that game you like? And he sits down, or she sits down, and I fucking ruin their day. And I'm so proud of myself. I'll keep the Scarlet Crusader because I'm not up against a class that does 1 targeted damage. So their ability to remove the Divine Shield, or then after that, kill it, is actually pretty low.
Hello?
So this is, Madig? Excuse me? Don't play a minion. Don't play a minion. You fucker!
For the crusade!
Don't attack it. Don't attack it. Play a Scarlet Crusader and don't attack. Play a Scarlet Crusader and attack my face. Oh, for the fucking life of me, please do it, friend. Obviously not gonna attack it now.
Glory to the
Join
Sindora!
or die.
Yes. Yes. Ooh. Ooh. Deadly shot. Right? That's how it works, right? Hunter's Mark. Close enough. I mean, at least Hunter's Mark means he has to trade something else in as well. Unleash the Hound! The Hound has been unleashed. Next turn is probably going to be Shattered Sun Cleric plus Fire Blast, so I'm relying on the fact that he does not want to trade a Direwolf Alpha into a Haunted Creeper to allow me to keep my Haunted Creeper alive. I mean, I guess. I'm still doing the exact same thing. It's just now slightly less effective. Because he can kill one of these. Oh no, if he kills one of these, then I can kill his Houndmaster without even using my Shattered Sun Cleric. Also, I do have the Argent Commander coming out next turn. So, considering I have the Argent Commander coming out next turn, I need to make sure that the Mana Wraith dies, otherwise the Argent Commander is going nowhere. I wanted to make sure that the Spectral Spiders were in between the two of these, so that a explosive shot doesn't kill both of them. Kind of like the same padding that you do for a Cone of Cold. And multi-shot does that anyway. Oh shit. Okay. Here we go. He has no choice but to attack his Kobold Geomancer into my Sludge Belcher. Otherwise, I'm just gonna hit it with Fire Blast or cast another minion and it'll die.
Time for a little blood.
Oh man. I just want him to play something big. Just a minion that he thinks will swing the game, and then I can put out Polymorph and say, he has no reason at this point not to attack the Kobold Geomancer into the Sludge Belcher. Because that's 2 damage he can get on my Sludge Belcher versus the fact that I can kill it for free, basically.
Excuse me.
Pay attention, class. Obviously, I wanted to cast the Violet Teacher last, so I didn't risk enraging his Marnie Berserker, is the name of that card? Yes, it's a Marnie Berserker. I kind of just remember them as that's a 2/3/2. That's a, sorry, 2 cost, 2/3. that enrages for 3 damage. Right, that's how I remember them in my brain hole. That is definitely a wrong decision, friend. That should have gone straight to my Violet Teacheroni. I'm gonna guess that that's Snipe.
Behold the might of Stormwind!
We've gone up against a lot of Snipes recently. I kind of want to keep my taunt, actually.
Instruction begins.
I really want to keep my taunt. Because at this point, the only way he kind of kills me is if he suddenly turns around and kills me in a turn. And I'm like... Huh? And removing one of his ways to do that, in terms of attacking through with charge or something similar, is very valuable. And that is my dissertation on why the slime is a good card. Thank you for listening.
Ready to ride? Taste my steel!
Attention, class.
Boom! Look at this. A 2/2 and 2 1/3s. Did you just top deck 9 damage? That isn't charge? And doesn't cost more than 8 mana? I'm not sure you did, buddy.
Well played.
Thanks.
Oh, man. I'm not gonna dick him around, right? I'm just gonna go straight for the lethal. Although I did kind of dick him around just a little bit, because I had to show him that I got that lethal from the top deck, right? He needed to know that. Okay, so 6 and 1 is already vastly more successful than the majority of our runs. I think by episode 100, I'll have gone back through all of the episodes and just totaled up the amount of wins. I'll do a lot of statistics on it, like my best class, my worst class, Warlock. Yeah, I'll do a lot of statistics on it. If you're interested in that kind of thing, feel free to tell me in the comments below so I know that there's like a interest out there, so,
My magic.
you know, I don't kind of just waste a lot of time trawling through my previous videos to get the information and stuff like that. I'll make it all look pretty. With the coin and mirror image, I really want to top dig that, Mana Worm. Oh man, I wasn't quick enough to say Mana Worm, so the game didn't know what I wanted. So it gave me the Sludge Belcher instead. Oh, I love it when people skip their turn 2. That's just people basically undervaluing the importance of having a good curve. If there's one thing I could teach you about Arena, and I hope over the course of the last 80 videos I've taught you more than one thing about Arena, but if there is one thing that I can teach you about Arena, it's this.
For the crusade!
Fuck. Oh, wow, it's not... Okay, so I thought it was gonna be, if there's one thing I can teach you about Arena, it's fuck. I thought it was gonna be mirror image and that I'd accidentally played into it. No, but... What was I trying to say? Yes, if there's one thing I could teach you about Arena, it would be... that cards are really, really, really super to have on the field. You can have all the card value in the world, but if you have no tempo whatsoever, you are going to lose the video game.
Join or die.
So at this point, I'm certain, because it didn't trigger on attack, so it's not Vaporize or Ice Barrier. It didn't trigger on Minion Cast, so it's not Mirror Image. So that means it's one of the ones that cooperates with a spell. So it's either Spellbender or Counterspell. So if it's Counterspell, what do I want to counter? Good question. I mean, as good a question as any. I guess probably the coin? Yeah, counter my coin. So it's not Spellbender. That's interesting, and I just fucked myself over. So, sorry, it's not Counterspell, so that means it's Spellbender. No, it's still correct to do it that way. Fuck. Alright. So I'm gonna Arcane Missiles first, and hope to god I hit this twice. Okay, so, fuck my life?
Join or die.
Hey, give me a minute.
Duplicate? Who drops duplicate? And he's so far behind now. I mean, he can play another Sludge Belcher this turn. That's completely fine. I totally forgot that there's a new secret in the mage deck, right? Like, brain fart, right? But he can play another Slime Belcher. He can do what he wants. He can dance if he wants to. He can leave his friends behind, because if his friends don't dance, and if they don't dance, well, they're not friends of mine, right? He can do what he wants. But I just don't think it'll help.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
Give me a minute. Die, landlubber.
I could have killed this, but I'm not, like, if he can deal, 2 more damage, like, he's gonna Fire Blast it, right? So if he can deal 2 damage on top of that, he's gonna do it anyway. Kinda like that. Trying to think if there's any way that I could have played around that I would have wanted to do. I'm not certain there was, actually.
Pay attention, class.
I'm ready to
So now that I know I've got a 1/1 target on the board, I'm basically putting more 1/1s on the board, and if I got anything with 1 health in my deck, feel free to put that on the board as well. Because he can only kill 1 of them per turn with his Fire Blast, and if I am going to have 1 on the board, why not have 1,000,000 on the board? Because the same effect applies. He kills 1 of them. Jesus fuck. Flame Strike, Blizzard. Jesus, Apel. Just calm down, buddy. It's okay.
Get behind me.
I think the chance of the big game hunter actually big game hunting this this game is actually pretty low. Obviously, if he flame strikes, I don't want to talk about it. You know when you have a drink you like, and you finish it, and then you've still got ice in the cup, and then the ice melts, and you're like, oh my god, more drink that I like. And you're wrong? It's not drink you like. That's now shitty, watered down bullshit. Yeah, I just got that feeling.
They all bend to my command.
So this man has the most board clear of all time. I mean, he has no card draw, and he easily has 7 more cards than I'll ever have in my life. Part of that is due to duplicate and the amount of turns he spent doing nothing. But the fact that he spent so many turns doing nothing and then had the strength in his hand, 2 flame strikes, a cone of cold, a blizzard. He used one other one as well that I can't remember. The fact that he had the strength to get back in the game really saddens me to my very core. I'm very happy at this point, though, that the Fairy Dragon is protected from Fire Blast, because it means, just fuck all of his bullshit, basically. And also, this man is about to draw 5,000 cards, so that's cool as well, I guess. That's cool as well. Thinking I want to kill that Gadgeton.
Time runs out on
I guess I could try and rush damage. I'd need to top deck 2 fireballs, though. Nope. Can't do it, friend. So, here we stand. Worlds apart, hearts broken in 2, 2, 2. Yeah, just basically fuck me, I guess. Okay, so at this point, I have decided to switch my tactic. I'm switching up my style like the Beatles with their pieces. I'm not certain what the lyric is, but I've decided to switch up my tactic. Attack to the face, 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 attack to the face. Hope to win the game. Fuck! How does he has no early game, but he managed to draft a really powerful deck, guys. And I'm feeling really salty about it. So, you know, if you'll just give me a moment of silence as I cry and cry and cry, then we'll be okay later. Let's just chill out to the sweet beats of this totem head. I know it's not a totem head, it's like a skull engraved in it. Yeah, whatever, let's just chill out. Where's my Flamen-stricken? Hello, not a Flamen-stricken. It's nice to see you here. I'm a fucking idiot. I died, right? Just so you know, that's 19 damage, I had 14 health, I was dead to rights, right? D-E-D, dead. Flame strike, flame strike. I got outskilled, guys. I got outplayed by the skill strike and the skill morph. Did I get 2 skill morphs, 2 skill strikes? It's hard to make Blizzard into, like, I was gonna say skilled, right? Because it's got double L, double Z, ugh. But I can't do it. So Blizzard, which is basically like kind of like a, it's a meteorological thing. Like it's kind of like a skill storm, basically. I'm gonna keep the mana worm. Am I? I mean, it is a 1-drop. I've got enough 2-drops that I'll probably curve. Well, apparently I don't, so fuck me, I guess. I mean, if I drop it on turn 1, and then on turn 2, I trade it and a Fire Blast to kill something, say a 3-2 that he coins out, then I'm still basically on par, and it's kind of like I used the Fire Blast on turn 1. Kind of. Okay, so I can tell at this point in his hand that he has some bullshit ready. And I'm not a particularly large fan of some bullshit. So I'm gonna soften up that guy. Because I expect the bullshit is Mark of the Wild. Oh, it wasn't Mark of the Wild. Okay. So it was different bullshit than I was expecting. Which is always nice to get different bullshit. So who can guess what's gonna happen to the Ancient Watcher? I'll take guesses from... Yes, back row. Yes, I'm going to fireball the fuck out of it, is what she said. Even though I am up against a druid, there's a bunch of other things I want to do. Oh, please give it attack instead of taunt. Why? If I silence it, I give it the ability to attack. Can't do that. I mean, it goes down to 5 health. So. I forgot that this gets buffed. It's dumb. I'm actually kind of in the mood to kill that with a Wolf Rider. Although it cannot be targeted by spells, so he can't Mark of the Wild it, and he can't use Mark of the Nature on it. So I actually want to put out the Venture Mercenary. And if he manages to use another card from his hand, plus the Fairy Dragon to kill the Mercenary, then I'm okay with that. But if he can't kill the Mercenary, then I'm even more okay with that. Okay, so the Mercenary survives. And even better than that, I'm going to now silence it, removing my limitation on what I can play. Swipe is fucking horrible right now, and I'm an idiot. Swipe is really common, and I just straight up played into it. I played into it a number of times during this. I mean, in the first fucking thing, I played into it like 4 fucking times. I am not salty. Okay. If he's going for straight up removal, next turn is going to be Bloodsail Raider and Spiteful Smite. Put some tanky minions on the board before I buff them up with the Stormwind Champion. Oh. Okay, so next turn is Stormwind Champion plus Mirror Image, so I end up with 2 1/3 taunts. These guys get buffed, and they get kept saved. 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 What the fuck is a saved? So I kind of just want him to play minions this turn. They can be threatening minions, but just minions. Just normal, run-of-the-mill dudes. Commence dudes. The floor is yours. Bring on the dudes. No, that looks like a removal spell. What did I say about the dudes? Oh well. He clearly didn't understand, and therefore he is going to get punished for that. He has to remove 2 taunts before he can attack through to heal, kit. To heal or kit? To kill or hit the Spiteful Smith. Fuck. Ryan, Jesus, where did you learn English?
What to do?
Next turn, it's interesting. I actually have a capability of 6 burst damage because I have the Wolf Rider getting buffed by the Stormwind Champion to a 4, and then a 5 by the Shattered Sun Cleric, and then 1 damage from this dude. And now I have 7, so just hit this twice, please. Once is good. Once is okay. Can I deal with once? Yeah, I can deal with once.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
I'm also going to charge in with the Wolf Rider, because it means that even if he uses Shapeshift to heal up, basically, to give him 1 armor, that it's not going to prevent the Fireball from killing him. He could also play an Ancient of War and put it in taunt form. He could do a bunch of different things. Play another Ironbark.
Well played.
And since I already got the damage through, I don't have to wait on anything. I can just straight to the face. 7 and 2 so far. And you know what? We've broken up our record. Sorry, our streak. Basically, what I like to talk about, as of recent at least, is this idea of a streak that I have, where I'll win a lot of games, like maybe 5 or 6 or 7 in a row, and then I lose 1, and then I lose the following 2 and get kicked the fuck out of arena.
Jaina versus Uther.
It's a frustrating concept.
Fight with honor.
Oh, this is actually really good. I'm gonna throw the mirror image back at this rate. Now this is pretty bad. Yeah, I need to curve into something. So please give me one of my Shattered Suns. Here we go! Why? Oh, fucking hell. Okay, so Haunted Creeper and Martyr Worm actually have a little bit more value right now. And the reason they have a little bit more value is because they can basically kill a, hero power. Summon a 1/1 Silverhand dude. They can kill a Silverhand dude, and the Blood Knight actually interestingly also has more value because paladins have more divine shields.
Reporting for duty.
That much is fact. The chances he makes me regret doing that this turn are low. So I'm actually thinking next turn is probably coin the... Now I regret doing that. Was probably going to be coin the Chillwind Yeti. Do I still want to do that? No, because now I have a 3-drop.
We must cleanse
Okay,
the
so what I was going to do was coin the Chillwind Yeti so that I had 2 2/2s coming up the turn after. And a Chillwind Yeti is better the earlier it is. I mean, it's just straight stats on the board. You want that out as early as possible.
Blood and plunder.
So you got to kill this guy, right? No. Intradasting.
push forward.
So even though that's Dread Corsair bought him a little bit of tempo, it didn't really buy him much else. Okay, so I'm just gonna flood the board with dudes this turn. Obviously, I couldn't attack the 2/2, otherwise he'd turn around and use his True Silver Champion to wipe out my Chillwind Yeti.
What you looking at?
That's a pretty good card. But now that he's used his final charge of the True Silver Champion, I have to trust that he doesn't have another one in hand and play the... no I don't. Bam! Fuck your card. And play the Booty Bay Bodyguard to deal 5 damage. Nope. Fuck your card.
They are banned.
Reporting for duty.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're slugging. Booty Bay Bodyguard is probably not the correct decision right now.
Get behind me.
Oh well. Okay, so enraging the Spiteful Smith is only going to turn out to be the wrong decision if he has a Sword of Justice. Yeah. Which he didn't. So basically, it's 6 damage, but it was gonna be enough damage to kill it anyway. Oh no, don't kill this, don't kill this. Don't hit the fucking Haunted Creeper, please hit the face. Hallelujah. Okay, so I need to Blood Knight, and then I need to silence this, so that the True Silver Champion doesn't single-handedly take out the Blood Knight. So, that's getting silenced.
We must cleanse the
And then I'm going to
Sunwell.
buff this in order to kill the 2/2. Now, the reason I buffed that to kill the 2/2 is now the 2/2 can't trade into the Blood Knight with the True Silver Champion or the Spiteful Smith. I'm also interested in the fact that I have the Violet Teacher in hand, so I have Violet Teacher and Coin, so I do have a way to heal a lit. Heal a lit. Okay, so it looks like he, at this point, plans to keep my Blood Knight alive. That's okay.
Let the pain speak to me.
Yeah, I don't think he thought that one through, because he does want to kill the Blood Knight. Yeah, it does draw him a card to try and trade in.
Pay attention, class.
So that's going to draw a card off of my Spectral Spider next turn if I don't attack. So I actually do. Because this way I have a stronger board, and he still gets the card anyway. So I do have to give him cards in that situation.
To Northrend.
Wowzers. So one of them is Get Down, because one of them is always Get Down. But the fact that there's two of them is insanity.
Instruction begins.
So there's get down,
Get down!
and then bring it back to life? With 1 health? No? Okay.
It marks the spot.
So it wasn't an eye for it. Oh. It was repentance. I'm kind of okay with repentance, though. Basically, this Blood Knight is kind of like a fireball lying in wait. But only for the face. This is for face. I could kill my Blood Knight and his Narubar Weblord, but I think having that 6 damage just sitting there is actually really powerful. And obviously I can't give him more cards. I mean, he is already 4 cards deeper into his deck than I am, and we're actually still on pretty even footing. Oh, nice. So that means he's going to attack to the face, and then I'm going to polymorph it and kill it. Polymorph it, kill it, and then fireball the other one.
Reporting for duty.
God bless America. I'm thinking, what if I fucking mull this dude? No, I'd need to have more answers in my hand, and considering I just spent 2 of my best answers in my deck, I can't mull him. Nice. Good.
Justice.
Okay. That's a pretty reasonable play, and I'm actually pretty threatened, especially considering I've used my Polymorph and both of my Fire Blasts. So I'm actually not in a great position right now. But hopefully this turn he just puts down dudes, like little dudes, tiny dudes. And then I can Spiteful Smith hit that. Oh, he's gonna heal that up. No? At least put down a 3-2 as well, because I want to get another thing with Blizzard, because I'm gonna have to Blizzard this turn anyway. Alright. At this point in the game, I can't just take, 6 damage to the face in a turn and just go, it's okay, I'm saving up for value. Yeah.
Reporting for
Can't
duty.
really do that. If he doesn't play anything, that's actually really good.
Stand ready.
Man, I wanted that to be really big. That's a shame. Unfortunately, directly against what I just said, I have to wait for the mirror image to have another card out to be more valuable.
Reporting for duty.
I can't wait any longer. Ugh. No. Nice. I'm so torn over whether I play the Big Game Hunter. The reason I'm not going to play the Big Game Hunter is because it makes Consecration too valuable. And there's so many cards he's been just keeping in his hand consistently that Consecration is actually pretty likely.
Reporting for duty.
I have a Flame Strike in here. Where's that?
Behold the might of Stormwind!
Where's the Flame Strike? I just realized that. I don't think I've used it. Fuck, I don't think I've used it in any games. Oh, you know what? That's actually fine for me, because now it means the Spellbreaker dies to a, Fire Blast.
Not on my watch.
That was actually the perfect response! The Spellbreaker dies to a Fire Blast. Not on my watch. Fuck. Where is my Flame Strike? I can probably get this guy into Mulligan if I draw my Flame Strike.
Reporting for duty.
Otherwise, he'll just overwhelm me in the build. On the board. Got a problem, buddy? It's because that Blessing of Wisdom and that Hammer of Wrath and that Acolyte of Pain that you feel in the Acolyte of Pain. I'm still probably going to lose this, to be completely honest with you, because Flamestrike is going to be the last card in my deck, and he's going to play something with 6 damage, so the Big Game Hunter isn't going to kill it.
I'm out of cards.
Okay, so he has 5 damage on the field, I have 10 health. He would need 5 damage in hand. The amount of ways that a Paladin can deal 5 damage is actually really, really slim. Okay. Probably should have cast that afterwards. But, you know, I'm not going to give you recommendations on how you should play the game. That's fine. Do it however you'd like. Please, Flamestrike, where are you?
Taste my steel. I got the beast in my sides.
Have I lost? Did I use the Flamestrike, or is it literally just sitting in the bottom 4 cards of my deck, and I'm fucking horribly unlucky?
On my watch.
Yeah. I hope I didn't use it. Where is it? It's not a Flamestrike. Do I actually lose right now? There's no way I can win this. He can get 5 damage. So I kill the first iteration of the Harvest Golem. He ends up with another 2-1. He has a total of 6 damage on the field. I kill one of the 1-1s. He has a total of 5 damage on the field.
You win this.
Guys, I'm gonna check it in post. But if I actually didn't use my Flamestrike that game, and it was in the bottom... At that point, I believe 2 or 3 cards of my deck, then that is actually fucking atrocious. I really want to scroll down so I could just make certain that I actually had a Flamestrike in my deck, because I didn't get to use it too often. But I am certain that I picked it up. So that's a decent amount of monetary return. Booyaka Shah got 60 from the, Oh, okay, so 240, basically, because I got 60 from a quest at the same time. Fuck me. If I get another good arena in tonight, maybe, mayhaps, possibly, we end up getting into the next... I think it's the Construct or the Military Quarter next. Anyhow, it's possible we get into the next one for Naxxramas. Free. Ooh. Well, free is in using gold. Okay, so they're... Yeah. They're all gonna get D'd. Let's just quickly D them for the D dust. Which is my favorite map. Woo! Got the dust. Alright. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. I'm actually pretty happy with that performance. Mage. How'd it go? You know what? Okay, so this is going to require a tiny little bit of backstory, but I've been playing a lot of Dark Souls recently, and that's all the backstory you need to know. And I think the Shattered Sun clerics were actually really important in our curve there, so I am going to call this deck Praise the Shattered Sun. Praise the Shattered Sun! Okay, no one else at home? Okay, right, so that's been a mage at 7 and 3, and at this point I'm just going to do my little kind of end thing spiel. If you're not interested in hearing that, then, you know, hope you enjoyed. Fuck, I really don't like doing this, but apparently it's necessary for, channel growth. If you've liked the video, click like. If you've disliked the video, feel free to click dislike. If you want to see more videos like that in the future, subscribe to my channel. If you want to see more videos like that now, there's links to playlists down in the description. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourself. I'm Rhapsody. That was Hearthstone Arena, and hopefully you've been enjoying yourself.